Right now, deep inside your brain, your hypothalamus is failing to warn you that your brain tissue is already shrinking, and the neuroscientists who study this admit the thirst signal comes far too late to stop the damage. You feel fine. That's the problem. Somewhere behind your eyes, this small structure, think of it as your body's water alarm, is supposed to alert you the second your fluid levels drop. But by the time it fires, by the time you actually feel thirsty, researchers have found your brain has already lost measurable performance. Not tomorrow, not after a long run. Right now, sitting still, reading this. Studies using MRI scans show that even mild fluid loss, as little as 1 to 2% of your body weight, is enough to physically shrink brain tissue. Your neurons start operating in a smaller, tighter space. And that space controls your focus, your memory, your ability to think clearly under pressure. Here's what's actually happening inside your skull. Neurons need water to fire electrical signals efficiently. When fluid drops, brain volume drops with it. The tissue pulls slightly away from the skull, and the fluid-filled ventricles inside your brain visibly enlarge on scans. It looks almost exactly like a sponge losing water and shrinking at the edges. Your prefrontal cortex, the region running your working memory and decision-making, is hit hardest because it's one of the most metabolically demanding parts of your entire brain. Under mild dehydration, test subjects in controlled studies show slower reaction time, reduced short-term memory, and a measurable drop in what researchers call fluid intelligence, your ability to solve new problems on the spot. You don't feel dizzy. You don't feel sick. You just feel a little slower, a little foggier, and you blame it on being tired. Here's the part the researchers themselves admit they can't fix. The hypothalamus wasn't built for modern life. It was built to protect you from dying of thirst in an emergency, not to optimize your cognition for a 9 a.m. meeting. Its threshold for triggering thirst is set too high. By the time you feel it, you're already operating several percentage points below your cognitive ceiling. Neurologists studying hydration and brain performance have said plainly, thirst is a lagging indicator, not a real-time one. There is no switch to lower that threshold. Your alarm system is permanently a step behind the damage it's supposed to prevent. And here's where it gets counterintuitive. You've been told to drink 8 glasses of water a day and you'd be fine. But plain water alone can't always fix this, and in some cases, chugging large amounts of it makes things worse. Water needs sodium to actually cross into your cells and reach your neurons. Without enough electrolytes, you can drink glass after glass and still leave your brain functionally dehydrated, because the water just passes through you instead of getting where it needs to go. In extreme cases, overdrinking plain water dilutes the sodium in your blood so much it disrupts the exact electrical signaling your neurons depend on, the opposite of what you were trying to fix. So here's the rule high performers actually use, quietly, without ever waiting for thirst. They treat hydration as scheduled maintenance, not a reaction. They front-load fluid with a small amount of sodium, a pinch of salt, an electrolyte tablet, even just food with some salt in it, before a demanding cognitive task, not during it. Elite athletes and cognitive researchers call this prehydrating, getting ahead of the hypothalamus's delayed alarm instead of trusting it. They also use a simple internal checkpoint. The moment they notice mental fog, a slow start, an inability to hold a thought before blaming stress or fatigue, they ask one question first. When did I last drink water with something in it besides just water? That single habit interrupts the decline before it compounds through an entire day of decisions. You can apply this tonight. Before bed, and again first thing tomorrow, drink a full glass of water with a small pinch of salt or an electrolyte packet, not 8 glasses, just one deliberate one, timed ahead of when you need to think clearly. Notice the difference by mid-morning. That fog you've been calling tiredness might lift faster than you expect. But the hypothalamus isn't the only region quietly working against you while you think you're fine. There's another structure, active tonight while you sleep, rewriting what you remember from today, and it doesn't wait for water to start its damage.